Shalom and welcome. This is 2 Minutes of Torah. As we read the first chapters of the book of Bereshit, the book of Genesis, in our Torah cycle, we find many stories that are presented to us one after the other, trying to make sense of the stories of creation, of the mythos of how we came into being, and really very quickly go from the story of creation to the generation of our father Abraham. Our parsha this week, Parashat Noach, is not an exception, and we're presented with different stories regarding the flood and what happened before and after it. I want to focus, though, on probably one of the most famous stories, that is the building of the ark by Noach. Of course, you can say that the whole story of building resonates with our story at Or Hadash in these days, and I want to learn from this story. And I think that there are two main issues that we have to learn from the story of Noach and the building of the ark. The first one is patience. Everybody, when you start a project, wants it to be done. You want to see it finished. And it took Noah, who, by the way, according to the Torah, was working by himself, 120 years to finish his project. He did it by himself. He took the time that he needed to take. And even though we know that years were counted in different ways at the beginning of the Torah, still the Torah says that it took 120 years for him to finish that project. The second issue, and probably the most important issue that we have in this story, and that is many times overlooked, is the fact that the text says that by the time that he finished the ark and every animal and all his family came into that ark, God God's self came at the end and closed the door of the ark before the rain and the flood began, in a way telling us that God God's self was protecting and was taking care of that ark, of that building that Noah has built. And I think that this is an important message. Any building makes sense only when you can have over it, within it, inside it, the presence of God, or at least that you're looking for that presence and that protection of God. Patience and God's presence, the two things that mark any project, any building, any particular process that you're going through in your life. Patience to see it finish, and always remember to bring the presence of God. I hope that we can focus on these two ideas as we go through this week. Have a wonderful week, and I'm looking forward, as always, to see you this Shabbat on Friday night with our Shabbat Jam and Shabbat in Pink, and on Shabbat morning as we celebrate together and we read Parashat Noach. Have a great week.